Hello, so welcome to week 7, session 1. So fantastic work for making it this far through the program. You're doing really well. So not long to go, just another 2 more weeks and then you completed the program. So if you haven't already, let's get walking at a nice slow pace. And as usual, we're just going to gradually increase that speed towards a brisk walk. And then for the final minute, we'll just gradually drop it back down again as we make our way to the start of today's session. So what have we got in store for you today then? So as usual, our first session of the week is our shorter repetition work. So today we are pushing up that time now up to 7.5 minutes. So it doesn't actually feel very short anymore now we've progressed so far, but you're doing really well. So just keep going and keep with the pace, and I'm sure, no doubt at all, you'll be able to hold this pace that you've been sustaining for the other reps for a little bit longer for the 7.5 minutes for today. So we're going to do 4 repetitions today rather than our usual 5. So we are going to be dropping the amount of repetitions instead. And we're also going to decrease our recovery now to 1 minute rather than the 1.5 minutes, which is what we have been doing for the last few sessions. So in total then, let's have a look at how long we're going to be running for. So we're going to be running for a total of 30 minutes. And we're going to have a 3-minute rest altogether with those 3 recoveries of 1 minute. So we've been going for 1.5 minutes so far in this warm-up, so please keep it going and start to increase the pace a little bit more. Remember to drive with those arms forwards and backwards, increase your stride length, deep breaths, get yourselves nice and loose, warmed up. Make sure that the muscles are fully warmed and prepped before we get going, so you can tackle that first repetition rather than having to use the first rep as your warm-up. So that's 2 minutes gone now, so just keep it going. So what have we got left for the rest of the week? So our next session is our pyramid session. And so we're going to be doing 1 minute, and then we're going to be doing 3 minutes. We're dropping the 2-minute rep, and then 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, and then 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, dropping that 2 minute. So we're going straight to 1 minute. So 1 to 6 minute pyramid, but not doing the 2-minute repetitions up the ladder and down the other side, and with a 30-second recovery. So that's what we got in our session 2 of this week. And then session 3 is our longer run, where we're going to be pushing you up a little bit further now, up to 27 minutes of continuous work rather than the 25, which is what we did last week. So we're coming up to 3 minutes now, so let's just increase this pace just for a further minute, and then we'll just drop it down for that last minute then as we make our way towards the start of the session. So well done. I'd love to hear from you about how you've got on so far with this program. So please let me know how you're getting on, how you are improving, what benefits you have seen, and also not just for me, but please tell everyone else as well who's doing this program. So it just gives them something to aim for if they're just starting the program. So just let them know how you've progressed. We just look back at how we've started with week 1 with those 8 1-minute repetitions for our first session, and now we've made our way all up to doing 4 lots of 7.5 minutes. So just comparing the time running and walking. So in that week 1 for this first session, we were running for just 8 minutes in total with a 7-minute recovery. Now you're all the way up to 30 minutes with that 3 minutes. So that is a fantastic work. Matching the time today with just 3 minutes of walking, which is what we're aiming to do at the end of the 8-week session, which is a continuous 30 minutes. So you've done the time many times now. We're just dropping that recovery time and those rests in between until you can feel comfortable and confident enough to hold this pace for continuously for 30 minutes. So we are now in our last 45 seconds, so please just drop the pace down now. Get yourselves mentally prepared and physically prepared. We can do this. As usual, I'll be with you every step of the way, so I'll be telling you how much time is left and motivating you as we go. So don't worry, we're in this together. We'll get through this. Just keep focused on the right pace that's right for you, and I will keep you going. So just ease it down a little bit more now. We're off in 15 seconds time. Deep breaths. 10 seconds. Get ready. 5, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So off we go with our first repetition. So just to recap, we've got 4 lots of 7.5 minutes with just 1 minute recovery. So let's just settle into a nice steady rhythm. Keep as relaxed as possible. And let's just keep this pace going. I'll let you know as we're going through the 7.5 minutes how long is left. So you just keep focused on your running and just keep the pace that's right for you going, okay? So it's a great start. So really good progression on from when we started off. So this is our, well, what was the shorter repetition session, but now it's just gone into just a repetition session now. I wouldn't really class these as short anymore, and that's just credit to you as how well you've progressed through this 8 weeks. So that is 1 minute gone already. Let's keep it going. Deep breaths. Remember all the form, all the points I've mentioned to you. So keep nice and tall, upright. Try not to sink at the hips. And keep those arms driving forwards and backwards. Try to avoid going across the body. Keep everything in line. Raise the knees, try not to shuffle. Try not to overstride, but again, try not to do short strides as well. So a nice stride length. And keep relaxed, try not to tense up. Keep as loose as you can. So we're coming up to our 2nd minute mark soon. It's a really good start. Progressing so well through this 8 weeks. Looking back to where we first started with those 8 lots of 1 minutes in this session, progressing you up all the way to this point now. It's really, really good work. And we're into our final week next week, where it's not much of a progression on from this. It's just 30 seconds extra each repetition. So we're going to do 4 lots of 8 minutes next week. Still going to keep our 1 minute recovery going. So you're not too far away from that final progression to the last week. Come on, keep it going. Deep breaths. Fill your lungs with oxygen. And big exhale out. Coming up to 3 minutes now. Great work. That's 3 minutes down now. So let me know how you're getting on with the program. How have you felt it's gone for you? Have you coped okay with the progressions? Has it got harder as it's gone on with the progressions, or have you found that because you've got fitter, you're able to cope really well, and that it hasn't seemed as much of a step up as maybe you first thought it would be when you first started? Come on, keep it going. So we are halfway now through this repetition. So it's 3 minutes, 45 seconds down. Come on, keep going. Imagine it's an out and back. So now you're turning around and you're coming back towards the start. Keep the same pace going in the second half. So if you know anyone else that you think would benefit from this program and you think this would help them, please let them know. The more people we get doing this program, the better, and the more I can put on again in the future. I do have another podcast out there as well, so check that one out as well. Just search for Simon Minting Audio Training, and then you should see lots of other workouts that is available for all levels of ability. So check those ones out. Once you're ready and you've completed this program, you can progress onto that if you want to keep this training going. Come on, we're nearly at the 5 minute mark now. 5 minutes now. So we've got 2.5 minutes to go, then we can have that 1 minute recovery. So we're progressing you so well. This session is 30 minutes of running with just 3 minutes of breaks in total of walking in between. So that's really, really good work. Great progression from last week where we did the 30 minutes of running like today, but we had 6 minutes of recovery. Come on. Coming up to the 6 minute mark now. So this session is a bit of a progression on from last week. So well done. We've added an extra 1.5 minutes to it. And we dropped the recovery from 1.5 minutes to 1 minute. So that's really good work. And the good news is we're just doing 4 reps, not 5. So we're coming up to 6.5 minutes soon. So we've got into our final minute now, okay? 6.5 minutes down, 1 to go. Come on, let's keep this pace going. Great work. Come on, keep going to the end. Hold this form, hold the pace. You're doing so well. We're nearly there now, just 30 seconds to go. Come on. Try and see a point in front of you about 20 seconds away and let's get there. Let's see if we can get to that point. So give it a little bit more if you need to. Come on. Try not to slow down. Hold that pace, 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Well done. So walk it out for a minute. Deep breaths. It's not a lot of recovery in between these 4 repetitions. So the whole purpose of this is we're trying to keep a steady pace going on the runs. Okay. And just a few short recoveries in between just to help you recover until eventually, or next week, we'll be able to keep this pace going without having these breaks. So try and keep the pace that you have in mind to do for the 30 minutes continuous on these repetitions. That's what we're building up to doing, okay? Right, it's nearly time we go. We've got another 15 seconds now, okay? It goes quick. So let's keep the same pace going. 10 seconds. Okay, are we all ready? In 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, off we go. Come on. Get this repetition done and then we're halfway through the session. 2 out of 4 reps will be complete soon. And psychologically that'll be a lot better knowing that we're in our second half. Come on, let's focus on this one, get this one done. I'll let you know how we're getting on through the 7.5 minutes, so you just keep going the same pace, keep relaxed, keep your form, keep focused. Great work. So we're coming up to our first minute already. It's a minute down now. 6.5 to go. So if you're wondering why we're doing 7.5 minutes today and not 7, it's because I wanted to keep the 30 minutes of running going in our program. So last week, because we did 5 lots of 6, which equals 30 minutes, doing 4 lots of 7.5 will also equal that 30 minutes. So that's why it's a little bit of a jump up this week, but that was the reason behind it, and there was logic to it. because we want to eventually get to that 30 minutes without having any break. So this is just sort of the next progression up now. Less recovery of those walks, same time running. So we're coming up to 2 minutes, another 15 seconds, then it's 2 minutes down. Come on, let's keep it going. You're working really well. So our next session in this week is our pyramid. So with that one, we're going to do 1 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, then back down, 5, 4, 3, 1. So missing out the 2 minute repetitions. And we're going to have just the 30 seconds of breaks in between. Doesn't sound like a lot of recovery, but just bear in mind that these repetitions will be shorter than what we're doing now, especially the really short ones like the 1 minute, 2 and the 3 minutes. They'll go by really quickly, so that's why it's just such a short recovery, and that will give us a grand total of 32 minutes of running. So just an extra 2 minutes, but you get 4 minutes of the walking recovery as well. So that is 3 minutes down now. Come on, let's keep it going. Let's hold this pace. And then our final session of this week is that steady, continuous run where we're going to build up to 27 minutes. So adding just an extra 2 minutes on from where we were last week when we did our 25. So we're so nearly there. The end of the program is nearly complete. You're doing really well. Come on, we're nearly at 4 minutes through this rep. Keep going. Keep the same pace going. Try not to go out too fast. It's never good when you tire or going off too hard. It's better if you build up to it if you need to. So it's 4 minutes down. Come on, keep going. Keep relaxed. Remember the form. Hold the pace. There's plenty of time to increase that up soon if you feel that you've got a little bit extra in the tank. So we've got 3 minutes to go now. Come on, you know how quickly those 3 minute repetitions go. When we do those repetitions, that's just what's left now. And get this one done, then we're already halfway through today's session. Come on. When it starts to get a little bit harder and you're a bit more out of breath and your legs are getting tired, just think to yourself, this is the bit that's doing you good. You're working when you're tired. Your body is adapting to be able to sustain this for longer periods of time by working through this. Come on. Your body's getting fitter and stronger. Think of the benefits. So we've got 2 minutes to go now, okay? Come on, final 2. Last little bit of effort to go now. Then we can have that 1 minute recovery again. That's it, keep relaxed. Not long left. Just a minute and a half to go now. Come on. Last bit of effort now. Let's get this rep completed. So a minute to go now. If you're feeling good and you want to increase the pace slightly for the last minute, you can do this as your opportunity, but don't go off too hard because we've only got that 1 minute recovery, remember. If you feel that you slightly undercooked it, it's always nice feeling to finish each rep strong. It's great for confidence as well, knowing that you've got that little bit extra there. And if you are planning on doing a race at the end of this program, that's always a useful thing to have in your locker, knowing that you've got a bit of a sprint finish there towards the end. So come on, that's it. Keep the pace going if you can. But if you're happy and you're getting a steady pace, just hold it for a little bit longer. We are nearly there now. Come on, we've got 15 seconds. Come on, nearly there. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay. Slow right down. Go the pace that's right for you on this recovery. Whether that's just a very slow walk or you want to keep more of a brisk walk going, that's fine. Whatever is best for you to recover. Just make sure that you do recover. So we're halfway through. 2 reps down, 2 to go. So if you're on an out and back run, you're coming back now. 30 seconds, halfway through this recovery. Okay, remember we're all in this together. We're all feeling this. Doesn't matter what your ability is, you're working at your own level. So we're all working equally as hard as each other. Ready, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, off we go. So this is our 3rd repetition out of 4, our penultimate rep. As I've mentioned in the past, this is the one you've really got to keep focused on now. Let's just try and match the same pace as we did on those first 2 efforts. Come on. It's tough because we're getting tired now and we've still got another rep to do after this. I know it feels mentally tough as well, but just think, get this one done. And we've just got our last one to go. Always try and remain positive. It's a great start on this 3rd rep. That's it. Come on. Working really well. Just keep it going. Hopefully you're settling into a more of a rhythm now. Now you know what the pace is right for you from those first 2. You can slightly tweak it if need to. If you felt you went too fast on those first 2, you can ease it down a little bit for this if you did feel that way. And then hold a bit of effort left for that last repetition. And vice versa, if you did go a bit slow, you've still got a chance now to get 2 decent repetitions done so that you got a good average of the 4. These sessions are also really good to repeat, okay? So don't worry if you've done it before, that doesn't matter. You can always do it again, revisit the session, see if you can beat it. So over 1 minute down already of this 3rd repetition. Great work, come on. Repeating sessions is a really good way to see how you're improving as well. So obviously know that we're improving from this program, from our progressions, thinking about where we first started. But then by repeating sessions, you can also have a good like for like to see how you're doing. So it's really good as well to do, just to let you know where you are and help motivate yourself to show you that you are doing what is right, and it's worth all that effort. That's it, come on, let's keep it going. Really good work now. Come on. It's over 2.5 minutes down now. Keep that pace steady. Keep going. If you're training with someone, if you've got a training partner, let's work together with them. Help set the right pace. Keep each other going. And if you haven't, don't worry, you've got me. I'm here with you. Lots of people are doing this session as well. It's not just you. You're not alone. Let's improve together. Come on. It's over 3 minutes down now. Keep it going. Remember the visualization that I've mentioned before as well. So if that helps, especially when you're getting tired, it's a good time to use it. So just imagine that you're there in that race and you're pulling away from all those people around you. As they are getting tired, you're getting stronger because you've done all this training up to this point. There's people in front of you that you're catching every step, and the people behind are getting further and further away. Come on. It's over 4 minutes down now. Not long to go. That's it, keep relaxed, drive with those arms. This is when form tends to go when you get tired. 3 minutes left now, come on. Using those arms forwards and back will really propel yourselves forward, so it really will help the legs out. Keep the fists loose, try not to tense up, because that tension will travel all through the body. You're doing really well now. Come on, just over 2 minutes to go. Not long left now. This is the tough rep now. This is when it starts to get hurts a bit more now. The end of that penultimate repetition. 2 minutes left. Come on. It's great work. Think of that great feeling that you're going to get at the end of this session. It's always a good, sets you up for the rest of the day. That runner's high, they call it. When you know that you've done well and you've completed what you set out to do, you will be there soon, okay? Come on. Let's finish this repetition out and then we can start that last rep. Then the session is complete. Come on. Just over 1 minute left. You know how quickly those 1 minute recoveries go? They fly by. That's just the same time as what is left. Come on. Minute to go. Now. This is it. Last minute. Final push. Can you finish this repetition strong again? Whether that's just holding on for the same pace if you're getting tired, or you're feeling good and you want to give a little bit more, that's fine too. Finish strong, come on. You will recover in this next minute when we recover, so don't worry about that last rep soon. You will be ready for it soon. 30 seconds, come on, nearly there. Final bit of effort now for the last 15 seconds. Come on, let's get there. 10 seconds. Keep going, don't stop now. 3, 2, 1. Well done. So this is our final walk recovery for a minute. Deep breaths. Ah, great work. That was the tough one done, that third repetition. So we've got just one more to go, one more effort. 7.5 minutes away, and then we are finished. Let's just keep it going now. Keep it strong. Right to the end. 30 seconds to go. We're so nearly there now, come on. You always can find something for that last rep, because you know the end really is the end. It's not another one after this. 10 seconds, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Right, come on, this is it. We're 7.5 minutes away from the end. Let's see how far we can go. If you're feeling good, let's give this one a little bit more and get a good average of the 4. If you're keeping it steady, well done. That's excellent pace judgment, so fantastic work. That is the ideal scenario that you've done that, so fantastic work if you have completed that. Let's just match the same pace as the other 3, so it's a very consistent average. And don't worry if you have gone a bit fast on the earlier repetitions and you're slowing down a bit now. Don't worry about that. Let's stay positive about that and let's get a good average out the 4 by keeping as fast paced as you can, whatever's left in this one. So think of the average if you are in that situation, okay? And then if you do repeat this session, then you can try and beat that average pace of what you did for these 4. So that's a minute down. Come on. Keep going. Countdown is truly on now. Come on. Really not far to go. Let's stay strong now to the end. Think about visualization. Think about you're coming towards the end now of your race. And please let me know what your goal is. Is this that you're training up for a 5K and that you decide to do this program just to gradually build up to that? Or is it that you've had a bit of a layoff from running and you wanted to get back into it? Were you injured and you wanted an easy return? It's always great to hear. So 2 minutes down. Come on, keep it going. You're doing so well here, come on. If it helps to break it down into sections, do so. Break it down into half repetitions, so focus on the first half and the second half, if that helps. Keep going. We're all feeling this now. You're not alone. That's 3 minutes down. Come on, really good work. Keep your form going. This is when it goes. When we're getting tired, remember, just keep reminding yourself about it. 3.5 minutes down. So we're now halfway through this last repetition. We are so nearly there now. Keep going. You're turning around on that rep. Imagine it as an out and back. And every step is a step closer to the end now. Come on. Final bit of effort now. Let's stay strong to the end. Just over 3 minutes left. You can do this. This is a great progression from last week. So you've done really well. It's a tough session, this one, but you've got yourself up to this point. So well done you. Under 3 minutes left now. Not long to go. Let's break it down to 30-second chunks. So 2.5 minutes now. How are you feeling? Feeling good? Yeah, come on. Let's think about this positively. You're coping really well. We're nearly there. This is what's going to help you get fitter and stronger and get you to the end goal. Nearly there. Just 2 minutes to go now. If you're feeling good, come on, can you give it a bit more for the final 2 minutes? Think of this as your true sprint finish now as you're coming closer to the end. Let's pick it up. And then the last minute, if you can go a bit more, do so. If you're comfortable and you're happy though, just keep going. You're doing really well. And if you're struggling, don't worry, you're so nearly there now. So just keep going at whatever pace you can. Doesn't matter. Come on, 1.5 minutes. Hold on now. Right then everyone, this is it. We are now 1 minute away. Come on. Final minute. Then we have completed week 7, session 1. You're nearly there. Keep going. Come on. I'll tell you when to stop. You just keep focused on the last bit now. You just got 30 seconds to go. Can you see that finish line in front of you? 30 seconds away. We can get there. Come on, let's do it. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10. Come on, this is it. Just 5 seconds. All you've got now, 3, 2, 1. Well done. So well done, you have done it. You've completed the first session of week 7. So we've done those 7.5 minute repetitions, 4 of them. Fantastic work. It was a great progression from the previous weeks, so well done. So if you haven't already, please let's get moving at a nice slow level. It's really important that we cool down gradually. It's not good just to go from everything to nothing, so just gradually lower that heart rate down and the breathing rate and just loosen up the muscles so you don't get too stiff and tired when you get home. So just keep going for 5 minutes. As we go through the 5 minutes, we'll have a little bit of a recap of what we've just done and look forward to the other sessions that we've got planned for you this week and next week. And I'll talk to you a little bit about your form for running as well. So how are we getting on? So we're coming up to 1 minute through this cool down already. So well done. Hopefully, but as the weeks are progressing, you are feeling that you are getting a little bit fitter, and with that you hopefully should find that you are recovering a little bit easier than you were initially when we first started. So you might find that you're not as stiff and tired, and that your breathing rate lowers a little bit quicker than it did at the start, and same with the heart rate. So great progression. We've moved up to 7.5 minutes this week from last week, which we did 6 minutes, so that was a little bit of a step up. And the time of the duration of the repetitions. Our next session we have for this week is our pyramid. So we're going to be doing 1 minute, then 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minute, 5 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute. So we're missing out the 2 minutes on the up and down phase just because we're going to be running for 32 minutes in total. So I didn't want to throw in those 2 minute repetitions as well, because that's pushing us a little bit further than I wanted to at this stage. So we're just missing out the 2 minutes on the way up and down. but still keeping the pyramid form going. And then our final session for week 7 is our long progressional steady run. So we are going to be doing 27 minutes. So we've pushed up the time nicely from 25 minutes, which is what we did last week. So that's what we got left for this week. And then our final week next week is our last one. So it's week 8. So then we're going to do 4 lots of 8 minutes as a progression from this session. So we've got over 2 minutes, so coming up to 2.5 minutes now through this cool down. So we're pretty much halfway now through our cool down. So on the previous cool downs, I spoke to you all about different ways that you can recover. For the next few sessions, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about your technique when you run. I know I've mentioned this when we're actually in our sessions, but I'm just going to go in a little bit more detail now with you, because if you can get your form sorted, it's going to make your running a lot easier and more efficient. So it's really important if you try and focus on just a few points, and hopefully you'll find that will make a lot of difference. So today I'm going to talk about running tools. So it's important when we run that we have good posture. By doing so, this will mean that we won't have any imbalances in our muscles which could lead to injury. So just imagine that you're standing really tall. Imagine there's a rod from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. So just keep as upright and tall as you can. So keep your chin lifted, stand up straight with your shoulders back in a neutral spine position. Keep your hips high, distributing your weight evenly on both hips. Squeeze your belly button and imagine it's trying to reach your spine. Keep your feet flat on the floor and do not try to look at the ground when you're running. So keep your gaze in front of you upright. Try that, see how that works for you. Often we find that we do create bad posture from our day-to-day activities. So things like if you're working in an office, you're sitting down at your desk, and this can bend the spine. So that can make us a little bit more hunched and rounded shoulders. So that's why it's important when we run, we really focus on keeping that spine as upright and in a neutral position as we possibly can. Imagine that there is a helium balloon attached to your head on a piece of string, and that is lifting up your chin, your shoulders, keeping you upright from the hips, so you're not sinking down into the floor. So that's just a good way of imagining it, if that helps. So we are coming now into our last 30 seconds of our cool down. So fantastic work. I'm going to start to sign off now and conclude what we've just done. Really good progression today. So well done. You're doing so well. 30 minutes today of continuous running with just 3 minutes of walking recovery, which is brilliant. So you're doing really well. So rest up now, and I'll look forward to doing the next session, the pyramid session, with you very soon. So goodbye.